How's it going? I hope that you are all good. Hi to Chopper. I hope that you are well. So please enjoy this video. It's been an interesting fucking couple of days for me, let me tell you. My stalker, the crazy hoe who flew here, Zero, from another country, right, has posted me in a safety and crime community page, which is run by some town blood clot gossips who, for some reason, there's no regulation on people's slander, lies, and hearsay, actually. So, according to lots of different people, I'm a violent sexual predator, which, yeah, um, yeah, never in my life have I ever touched a woman in a physically abusive way or sexual way. So, if you manage to find the bodies, then let somebody know. I joke, obviously. So the incredible thing is that truth is truth, and I'm really starting to learn that I'm a big defender of the truth. Also, I'm somebody who, if you come to me with dog shit, I'm going to hand you the dog shit back. Don't think that I ain't got boundaries and that because I'm a nice person and a kind person and a spiritual person, that I'm gonna let you fuck around with me. Yeah, ain't happening. I am my mother's son. I was born in southeast London. We have hearts of gold, but we don't take any shit. So come ramp with me and see how it goes, is what I would say. But that's the thing. When people are saying slander and lies, not good. So anyway, back to the story time of Juicy Stalker Charlie, who's already had enough airtime from me. But, if you want gay, you can get it, girl. Because that's what you wanted from me. You wanted energy from me. You wanted to convince everybody of your narrative of the mask that you have, that you are wearing. Now, I understand you. The card of the day is understanding. Because there was a point, right, where from trauma and pain, my sexuality was wired not in the right way. So I entered into some very, very juicy, dark spaces that, I've been there, I got the t-shirt. What that helped me to do was understand what was the most nourishing thing for me, my system. And this is good, actually, because what we get to talk about is gender dysphoria, sexuality, what we are naturally meant to be. Now, unfortunately, this stalker girl has changed her identity. She is a they them. She doesn't understand. She doesn't move through the full trajectory of understanding that she is masking all of her pain and her trauma on this narrative she's created for herself. And yet she's meant to be a therapist and is meant to be very, she's meant to understand all of these very basic, obvious fucking concepts. So you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What she has done is then try to project, the fact that the concept of masking, which is what she's doing, which is a typical narcissistic trait, she has projected that onto me, unfortunately. Now, 3 to 4 years ago in the past, there was a point here that I got back to the lake after dealing with some shit I needed to deal with because of a certain somebody who treated me like shit for many, many blood clot years, right? So after that point, a whole sort of gossip went around the fucking town. Now that has meant I've had to shadow box people's projections. People who, vultures, energy vampires, thought that because I was down, they could come in, swoop in, and kick me. So you should be damn well ashamed of yourself, first of all. And if you believed whatever it is that you believed, and you didn't get to know me or understand me, you already wanted to believe that narrative. Cool. What you should have done is maybe seen what the actual truth was, not giving somebody shit when they haven't given you shit, and don't try and take from people, especially people that are vulnerable. But if you've got issues with men or you've made a career out of men's circles where you fill your void by being the man and a bully, you thought you could get away with it. You thought there was an opportunity to take from me. Not me. So, these people have jumped on the bandwagon. I'm still getting to the point. In this crime and safety space, because this crazy bitch has posted that whatever. I don't even know what she said. Wonderfully. So many people that know me and know who I am got in contact with me here and were like, Kyle, listen, this is going on. You need to know, blah, blah, blah. And I have had so much overwhelming support that I didn't actually have 3 to 4 years ago, which when the first time I was shitposted. Here's the thing about this town. People shitpost people left, right, and fucking centre, yeah? Don't get it twisted, right? You may see a viral video on San Marcos, right, of, ooh, hippie, 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 hippie town. Don't let it fool you. That's what I said, right? Some of it is full of shit. There are some incredible people here. Incredible, amazing, wonderful people here. But there is definitely small town gossip. There are definitely people that have their problems, that have their shit. And the slander, gossip, lies train is really, really quite disgusting. And if you are somebody who holds people accountable and you stand up for yourself, people can sometimes play the victim. They poke, they play the victim. It's not good. Hi, Chopper. So yeah, I'm trying to have understanding. This is the problem. But think about it this way. If somebody comes and they're meant to be a therapist and they're meant to be intelligent and they're trying to gaslight and they're bringing shit to your door and getting in the way of your work and what you're doing and who you are, first of all, I'm going to cuss you out in public. I don't care. If that makes you feel unsafe, you shouldn't have done what you did anyway. Right? So there's that. I also said on Facebook that if you were they, them, and I ain't gonna do this, but if I fight you, yeah, are you then gonna become a woman? Are you then gonna be a girl? And that's me being facetious, yeah? Because you can't pick and choose. So yeah, but I'm trying to have understanding and compassion for this bitch. Like, I'm telling you, like, I can't. I just keep thinking of my grandmother and being like, she needs healing. She severely needs prayers. For somebody to be that entrenched in their trauma and their pain, that obviously, once again, I am psychic, so I see it. So you're projecting into the mirror because you don't like what I see. I get it. But now you are trying to paint that narrative about me onto everybody else because you're so not happy with yourself. So that's so sad. It's very conflicting because it's like a rabid dog that is biting you, So yeah, try to have compassion because I get it. I've been there, but I don't think I ever, as much as I don't think I ever really tried to be something I wasn't. I was very aware of my pain. I'm trying to think if I did that, I went in different directions with my work. It took me a while to find myself, to find my voice. I don't know if I ever really. I don't think I ever really tried to really change my identity and who I was at my core. Even though there were points that I had gender dysphoria or my sexuality was wired in a way that wasn't very healthy at all. All of these things, once again, they really helped me to work with people, but I don't think I've ever masked so much in my life in a way, in a defensive, protective mechanism. And the craziest thing, once again, is that she's a therapist. So yeah. It's difficult, isn't it? How do we have understanding and compassion for people when they're really bringing a lot of shit, fuck the trauma bit, when they're bringing a lot of shit to your door? And I'm bad because I get sucked into it and then I run my mouth, But listen, don't do shit. I don't know, it's accountability, isn't it? Sometimes that's love too. So yeah. Interestingly, the only interactions that I've had with this person were very, very short. After the session that I did, once I received a message that had a lot of projection, I just said, I think you need to deal with your issues with men, and I just left it at that. It only got very messy when she flew herself here. And that was when I was like, right, now you're fucking taking the piss. And then kept attacking. So yeah. It's interesting because I'm so sensitive. I can tell when somebody is watching, or when they're on my page, or when they're looking, or when they're whatever. So I post things on purpose for people because I know that they're seeing. Because once again, I work with this thing that is I call it God. It's a higher intelligence, which always I think has always worked for me. The right people find me when they need to find me. It works the way that it needs to work. Once again, with this person, my red flags went off. I shouldn't have maybe done the work, but I did, and it brought a lot of shit. Maybe, I don't know, maybe once again, it all works out in the right way, so maybe it was for the right reasons. I've yet to see some of those. I've seen a little bit, but the full acceptance of that is not there yet for me. So maybe once I have that, more understanding will come. Anyway, so that's my trajectory and what I've been navigating and dealing with. But I will say this, there's been so much love and support that have come from people who know who I am and who have had my back. That is incredible. We underestimate just how much other people and the supportive community can really help us. I would say this, if you've been dealing with any gaslighting, any narcissists, man, it drives you crazy. My technique, I don't know, has been to be loud and to share my story, to maintain my boundaries, to not let myself be manipulated and gaslit, which, wow, that's a very strong thing, it's a very, very, very strong thing. But I do think that, and I think I was saying this a little bit earlier, that the truth is the truth. It's true. So things are either true or they're not true. And it doesn't matter whether or not people necessarily see it, because it doesn't stop it from being true. It's like if you believe a lie, it's still a lie. So truth holds itself. So I think that's it. That's all I'm going to say, because my phone is about to die. You've probably seen the light go off. But if you want to work with me, KyleTransLove.com, I will give you the truth. Because if I don't know, I'll say I don't know. And if it's not given to me, I'll say, no, that's not there. But if it's true, I'm going to stick to my fucking guns. What I see is what I see. Yeah? So that's that. KyleTransLove.com, you can book in yourself. PayPal at KyleTransLove for these videos. Thank you for everybody that supported. And remember, all is good, all is God, all is love. Bye, Chopper. I'll see you on the streets, innit? And you can call me a pussy again to my face.